Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and tonight we have another superstar on, Miss Zyanna Walker out of Wichita Heights. She has committed to Louisville's program, and it's a pleasure to introduce her. Zion, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good.
Hey, Zion, we talked off camera, and I talked to you about your career a little bit, and as I said, our type of interviews are where we want our viewers to know who you are. So we always like to say, let's go back to the first time you fell in love with basketball, and give the props to the people that helped you on the court with your game, and the people help you grow as an individual off the court.
I mean, well, first off, my mom for even just putting me in basketball. She started me off at the Y when I was about kindergarten, first grade.
Tell our audience what your mother's name is. They don't know her.
Patty Walker.
All right.
Yeah, and then from there, I moved up to like some MAYB stuff and got with Coach Gayla Soyes, who has been helpful to me from like third grade up until now. She's done so much for me and just improved my game a lot.
Talk about that. Talk
Yeah.
about what you feel she added to your game.
A lot, like just with my jump shot, it didn't always used to be there, but she really helped me working on it all these years, especially like in middle school. Just making sure I'm shooting the ball right, telling me what coaches are looking for, training me, and doing it not for these crazy prices that you see these other trainers doing it for, just out of love. And so I really appreciate that. um and then my high school coach, Ken Palmer, he's been really good with me. He really has love for his players. He's a really nice guy, and I'm grateful to have them in my life.
Besides being Mr. Rogers, what does your high school coach bring in the way of, you've played for him all 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Run it down from your freshman year. Most of your basketball career, have you been playing on premium teams?
Yeah.
All right, because that now I'm gonna go back. All right, so you've been a privileged athlete, right?
Right.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
How do you feel about all the pats on the back?
What you mean by that?
Ever since you've been coming up, everybody's, you the one or gonna be the one. That's a little different from being regular student, and that's even a little different from being a regular athlete when you in the prime company time. Tell the audience what that feels like.
Uh, it feels great, especially know people who got your back. That you got people there for you. It makes it easier too, just to handle things, especially when you're getting advice from other people and just how to handle things, because it's not always easy. It can be a lot, especially when a lot of coaches are calling you. It can get overwhelming, but as long
How
as
do
you
you
have those.
keep yourself in check? Your ego and all of that, or do you keep yourself in check?
Yeah, I just really just try to stay to myself and be myself. Really, that's all it's about.
All right. So take us through you coming out of eighth grade, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at you like a piece of steak, a juicy steak, and you know, coaches want you to play for them and what have you. What made you go to the school you went to?
Uh, Heights was just in my district, and I knew that my friend Taylor, growing up, goes there, and I knew I could trust her as being a good teammate. So I was like, yeah, let me go. Let me go here. You know what I'm saying? And I had built a relationship with Coach Palmer in middle school, and just like with like the open gyms, like they have these open gyms for the middle schoolers, and I really liked the program. So I was like, yeah, this
Tell
is
me,
it.
tell me this. Your freshman year, what was that like? And what was your mindset Now you coming out the 8th grade and you're small time, but you're a big time freshman.
Uh-huh.
Well, and did you start as a freshman?
Yeah, I did.
Run that down. What was that like? That whole season?
It was really special. Obviously, I didn't know what to like expect with high school and everything, so it was really different. But I adjusted, and it was really fun. Like my teammates were there to help me and guide me. My coach was there to help me and guide me, and just knowing to stay calm on the court. Not
What
get over.
position was you playing? The 1 or the 2 or what?
I'm a combo guard. Like I played a 1 or 2, but in high school, it can change. So I was playing like the 4, 3, 5.
What's your measurements? Your physical?
I'm about 6 foot.
Kind of weight you got on you?
About 170.
170.
Yeah.
All right. Run that season down to the audience. Your first, as much as you can remember, what your first game was like. How you performed and how you progressed.
Yeah, just with my first game, I remember I was playing really well. I think I had 20 and 10, and that built my confidence into the season. And then we ended up going like on an 11-game win streak. Then we ended up playing Derby, and that was our first loss. Derby was really good. So it was, and we were missing a few players, but it was a good experience.
How did you feel when you took your first loss? What was that like mentally?
It was sad, but I mean, I knew from there on we would just have to get better off that and build off that. And that's kind of what we did. We kept winning again. And then we lost our last game of the season. That was a good team too, Bishop Carroll. We lost to them. We had beat them earlier in the year though.
They gave you a little payback?
Yeah, they gave us a little payback. And so then we ended up going into sub-state, winning sub-state. So then we made it to state. And then that was a really tough game. We lost that game. We played Kansas City Schlegel. And I mean, we weren't playing really good as a team, like as a whole together. And that really just showed. I think we went into halftime winning by 12, and then second half was crazy. We just made so many mental mistakes that really cost us the game.
Are you a student of the game?
Yeah.
What part did you play in that loss?
Just watching over the film, I was just seeing like some of the little mistakes that coaches really emphasized that we weren't doing, and how much it really cost us the game. And I made sure that in the future I pay attention to those little things and really do them.
That summer, that sophomore summer,
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with your time?
Really was in the gym, focusing on myself, making sure I'm right, making sure my body's right.
What did that entail? Let the audience know what that, when you athletes come out and perform on Friday or Saturday, and just the same with the pros, most of us don't give a second thought all the time that you put in to perfect your craft. That's
Right.
why I'm asking you these questions. Let them know what you did after those losses, and you was like, not again.
I think after one loss, I went right to the gym, right to the YMCA, was just getting up a lot of shots. I was still kind of worked up over the loss, so I was just getting up a lot of shots, really trying to get better. And then I was thinking like, okay, next practice, I got to make sure everybody's focused and we're doing everything right.
You took on a more leadership role also?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So your junior year, how did y'all come in? How did you come in? Because this is all about you. Your frame of mind, and we'll talk about your skill set also. Talk about your frame of mind when you came into your junior year.
Well, my junior year, I actually did not play because I had torn my ACL February of 2020. So like the end of my sophomore year, I tore my ACL. So I would show up to practices and conditioning still, just leading with my voice because I couldn't be out there. So I didn't play my whole junior year.
All right. Well, we're going to dive into that, and I'm glad that I'm not going to say I'm glad that that happened, but this conversation now, because I bring this up with a lot of you premium players, because y'all don't know what it's like to sit on the bench. And that gave you a chance to see that bench side of the sports. You know, some of your teammates suit up every game and never play, for the most part. How did you keep yourself mentally attached to the team, and talk to our audience about what it took for you to recover from that injury?
Yeah, I mean, just staying mentally with the team, that can be hard, especially when you're just used to being out there all the time. And I couldn't do that. Like, you know, I couldn't lead with my playing style. I had to lead with my voice. So that actually did help me, because now I'm a better leader vocally. But I just try to keep a positive mindset on it, you know, trying to make sure that even though I'm not out there, we're still doing good. We're still getting better. We're still performing. And because I'm still a part of the team, you know, even though I'm not playing.
Was you satisfied with that, being the best you could be in that capacity? Did that feel that, you know, you have that you're trying to fill that jug and get that experience? How did that feel?
I mean, just with playing a different part, I mean, it was different. That was so different. It was so weird, just not being able to be out there. Like, I just had to learn different ways of how I can still contribute, you know, with my voice and becoming a better leader.
And you know, you already hit on it, but some people won't get it. You said that made me a better player.
It did.
That experience made me a better player, and you're looking at the game from another angle that you possibly hadn't looked at it.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So you're big time senior now. Have you set some goals for yourself for this season?
Just stay healthy, finish out the year, and win state, because I haven't done that yet. So I want to win state.
No, not team goals.
Just for me?
This is who the interview is on you. Specific goals on what you would like to achieve as a senior. And I know that you want to leave a legacy, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, I do have some goals. Like, I want to win Gatorade Player of the Year. That's a big goal I've always had since my freshman year. That's really it.
You don't have no scoring or no rebounds or no steals or anything like that you set up?
No, I mean, when I'm about scoring and all those stats, I don't really pay too much attention to that. I'm more worried about winning. So whatever it takes to win, whatever my stats are, I'm gonna be happy with that as long as we're winning. So that's why I don't have any like scoring goals or anything.
All right. With Cascade Sports being home of the student athlete, how important is getting your books?
Oh, really important, because you never know. Like, you know, with my
What kind of
injury,
student are you?
I'm a good student. I have a 3.9 right now.
All right. You're a great student. Compared to Mr. Nelson, my freshman year, I had an 0.7. People say, no, Nelson, you had a 1.7. Nope. I had to be put in that all the remedial classes, but it's just like athletics. You don't count nobody out.
Right.
You know, you practice and you get good.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So with closing this, what I want you to do is talk to a young athlete. Let's say I want you to talk to 8th graders and 9th graders. What do you, and your role as you're a girl athlete getting ready to be a young woman, because now you getting ready to participate. Some advice on what you need to be paying attention to at that age if you want to follow in your footsteps.
I would say just make sure fundamentals are there and work on your game all the time. Like, I mean, if you want to be at that next level, I would say every day you need to be in the gym, need to study the game, talk to people about who's been there. So I mean, talk to your coaches, trust in your coaches, and make sure you're just always working. And make sure your heart is there too, because none of that matters if you don't even love the sport.
Uh, I'm gonna touch on 2 or 3 other issues that I think that you can give them some advice on.
Hmm.
Who you're around, your company. What would you say about that? Who you're running around with?
Yeah, that's important. You don't want to hang with the wrong crowd. Like that could get you in trouble. Uh,
What do you think that uh, what do you think that'll do to your choice, the choices of colleges and people that are looking at you when you're running around with the wrong crowd?
I mean, you don't want to be looked at like that. You want to be looked at
Think
as like,
Louisville would have been looking at you if they got a sniff that you would. That's what I'm talking about.
they're not gonna be looking at you like wanting you if you're not, you know, acting right.
Now talk to them a little bit about you. See, it's been easy for you to a degree because you are focused. You was like on the grade side, that wasn't even an issue. That wasn't even in your. Tell them how important that is for them. Some people think that if I just be good athlete, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you got to be a good student too, because coaches are looking at your grades too. They're looking at even your attendance. You know, if you're attending school every day, if you're on time, all that stuff matters. Like it's not a joke. Like all that matters.
All right, Walker, it was a plum pleasing pleasure to have you on this show today. And we look forward to coming up to Wichita and catching you live in motion
Okay.
before this season is out. And as we always say with Cascade Sports and Cascade Media Group, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Also, we say to all you b-ballers, think y'all tough. Cascade Sports, we go hard in the paint. And I mean, we go hard.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.